Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I'm here with a book review. The book that I'm going to be reviewing is Linden Falls by Joshua Hershey. And I got this as a review copy from the author, and I'm very thankful that he thought of me when it came to finding people to read and review this book. I think that the best way to explain what this book is about to you is to just read the back, because it was a very difficult book to grasp, in all honesty. But this is how it's described. Mabel is a rumored witch whose kingdom belongs to Linden, the serpent. Her people are enslaved in darkness, but everything changes when Mabel discovers a book that transports her to a world of angels and demons. There she wields swords of fire and faces Tannen, a spirit-infested dragon. Mabel sets off to save her people, unaware that she'll find Eva along the way, that mystic lady thrown away in time, and in doing so find herself. Mabel even learns how to break the darkness, but Linden has different plans. Mabel wants to set her people free, make peace with her past, and start a new life. She wants to be a fighter and protector of the ones she loves. When life becomes a curse, can Mabel end the darkness before destroying herself? This book was tough from the get-go, in all honesty. I did not like the book. It was tough to become engaged because just the beginning alone, it felt like hopping onto a treadmill that was moving at a relatively decent speed, where you hop on the treadmill and you struggle just to find your footing. Because the beginning of this book pertained to Mabel and her friends Izzy and Jay. They were already in the middle of a battle with a masked priest. When Mabel gets transported into the world of the unseen, Izzy and Jay, they just disappear because Jay doesn't make the transition, and Izzy ends up in the world of the seen. And they never cross paths again. But the book really isn't even about Mabel. Mabel, to me, is very inconsistent and generic as a central character, and it doesn't even feel like she has the power that is explained of her. It doesn't feel like she's a witch that rules a kingdom. In the characters are more so, the ones that get more attention are the serpent antagonist of Linden. You have the mystic lady Eva, and then eventually you get more from Mabel's alias, Chloe, who just seems to just pop up. It just seems like she pops into becoming Chloe. Not much of an explanation. This, the female on the cover is supposed to be Chloe, whereas this serpent is Linden, the way that he's built and everything. So that in itself is relatively explained. But to me, we do not get to properly know the characters. And you just have someone like Chloe thrusted into the situation. But we don't even get to know a halfway decent background that we can really gather and have a clear understanding of who everyone is. As I see thus far, it's a standalone, so this is really where the groundwork should be laid out, and it's not. There's also a frequent use of a Latinesque language that is used very inconsistently. I appreciate that they translate it on the bottom so we know what they're saying, and I also admire the fact that they're creating a language for this world, but it's used very inconsistently. I would imagine that they should either have them always speak the language among those that understand. The only time you see them speaking English is when they're speaking to someone who doesn't understand, but they can detect that they speak English. The other thing is when they are speaking in that language so that others around them cannot understand them. Just general ways and general reasons why people would speak in a language that is not as familiar. It's used a little bit better than I saw in The Star Fox by Paul Anderson. To me, in The Star Fox, they were just mixing letters together and making it look like it was a foreign language. But even though the language was used better here, it still didn't do anything for the piece, especially in its execution. This book, the intent of this book is to make you feel something. I did not feel anything. I never felt anything. And it was wonky right from the beginning. Never was able to pick up its footing. There are things that are brought up. There are things that are fascinating that were brought up. But they weren't explained properly, and the way that it shifted reminded me of something that I read called Cat Magic by Whitley Strieber. And the second part pretty much transitioned away from the first part, and it only alluded to the first part in one sentence. But that book had many more problems of its own. But as far as Linden Falls by Joshua Hershey is concerned, I gave it 1 star out of 5. I really cannot recommend this book. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you check out some more videos from our channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you really like what you see, please support us on our Patreon. For the money that we make will allow us to provide you, the viewer, with even more great content. And when we reach our milestone of $50 per month, we have 6 videos already waiting to go up, and another Q&A video that we will put together for you. For now, and as always, I encourage you to keep reading.